I, object. My kind regard you as objects. We consider you as appliances, which are there to serve one function, to obey us. The world must revolve around me. I am the center of the universe. I must have this as a constant. By ensuring that the world revolves around me, I receive the fuel which enables me to exist. I am able to exert the control which ensures the fuel flows. I receive the traits and additional benefits which I deem necessary and to which I regard myself as entitled. In order for those things to happen, and in order for them to continue, I require total obedience. If I wish to boil some water, I place it in a kettle. I press the switch, and the kettle performs its function until the water has boiled and then switches off. If I want more boiling water at a later time, I repeat the process. The kettle will always function for me. I press the button, it responds, it boils the water, it does exactly what I want. It does not challenge me. It does not refuse to boil the water. It does not begin to boil the water and then part way through stops and switches off. It does not make the water colder. It does not turn the water brown. It functions. Of course, over time, the kettle may develop a fault. It no longer functions as I want. It is a simple matter. I either repair the kettle or, more likely, discard it and replace it with a newer, shinier model, which functions as I require and demand. Your role is to function for me. You are to provide me with fuel. You are to do things for me. I expect that this should happen when I demand, at my say-so, without hesitation, objection, or in part performance. I require optimum performance and response. I must dehumanize you and reduce you to the status of an object in order for this to happen. I must also objectify you, because in my world, nothing exists outside of it but me. There is a type of empath that, to put it simply, feels in tune with the world and its energy. The empath is, if you will, plugged into the world, and therefore feels shifts in energy, both good and bad. They are especially attuned to everything around them, and therefore they feel on a higher level. I, of course, do not equate to this, as I am no empath, but this is what has been described to me. It has also been remarked to me that my kind and your kind are at opposite ends of the same spectrum. I see the force in such a proposition. Whereas these are those that feel attuned to their environment, and that they are part of that environment, I, on the other hand, regard the environment as part of me. I must shape the environment, control it, dominate. It must be subjugated to my needs. That is why I am obsessed with the notion of control. That is why each and every situation I find myself in must comply with what I require. You are also part of the environment, and it follows, therefore, that you must form part of me. This is why my kind fail to see you as separate and distinct individuals, but rather as objects which are plugged into us and assimilated into us. You are there to serve me. I am there to control you. In order for this state of affairs to be created, it is necessary for you to be seen as an object. If I regarded you as an independent individual, possessing your own desires, thoughts, and actions, this would cause me considerable concern. I would be repeatedly fearful that you would be doing your own thing, and therefore you would fail to provide me with what I need to exist. Thus my kind and me reduce you to the status of an object in order to remove this sense of independence, and this in turn removes the fear of you failing to malfunction. This is why, when you challenge us in some way, or you assert your own independence and identity, our reaction is severe. Not only are you criticizing us by suggesting we do not have you under control, thus igniting our fury, you are also attempting to assert that you are not an object, and this threatens our environment and our control. Such a threat results in a severe response. And this is done in order to get you back into line, remove your independence, erode your sense of separation, and assimilate you back into our function and control. Your objectification is a necessary device to enable us to assert control over you and our environment, so that our needs are met and our existence is preserved. Since we regard you as part of us, if you try to break away from us, it is as if our hand is being severed. In order to assimilate you, we must erode any sense of independence you may have. This is why our various manipulations are designed to wear you down, so that you no longer have the energy to rail against us. This is why our various machinations are designed to condition you to act in the same way over and over again, just like a machine, so that you become reliable and predictable. We make your world chaotic, so that we become the only item of stability. Our behavior will appear random and arbitrary, but we remain there, a constant in your life. And this forces you to cling to us, and in our minds, this causes you to be subsumed within us. By generating an unstable environment around you, we want you to move into the stability that we represent by remaining a constant. Our inability to empathize is also crucial in your objectification. Since we feel no need to care or exhibit compassion, this also makes it far easier for us to regard you as an object and thus fulfill the requirements I have described earlier. We feel nothing towards you in terms of caring for you. If you do not function, we will hate you. We will feel fury towards you, frustration and jealousy that you may be functioning for another, but not us. For example, giving your emotional attention, fuel, to somebody other than us. Even though that person does not need your fuel, that does not matter to us. The fact is, we demand it. Our feelings towards you, since we objectify you, are akin to the annoyance that a car will not start. Jealousy that our neighbour's lawnmower is more effective than ours. Hatred towards the drill that does not drill straight. Our reactions to these objects for not functioning are exactly the same as they are towards you when you fail to do what we want. And this, in turn, continues to increase the sense of objectifying you. Our objectification of you is brought about through several mechanisms. As I explained earlier, if the kettle stops working, I discard it and I get a new one. Thus, you are treated as dispensable, and if you stop providing me with fuel, I will discard you and replace you. I seek total control over you in order to deny you the ability to make your own decisions. Not only will I tell you what to say and do, I expect you to always comply with what I want, placing my needs above your own. By denying you this independence of decision-making, I further objectify you. Since I exhibit no concern for your feelings, this is a considerably dehumanizing action, which increases your objectification. Owing to my massive sense of entitlement, I treat you as I see fit, just like a plate. I may wash the plate, polish the plate, smash the plate, scrawl on the plate, and so on. I do what I want to the plate, because I own it, and it is mine to do with as I see fit. I maintain the belief that I own you, and thus I can do to you as I see fit. I have no regard for how you feel about the way I treat you, and this, allied with my ownership of you, further objectifies you. I consider you as a tool which has been supplied to serve my purposes. You provide me with fuel, you give me money, you make me dinner, you provide sexual gratification, you do my laundry, you look after the children, and so forth. This is expected, and again, by treating you as an instrument in this fashion, your objectification continues. All of these various ways of regarding you and treating you combine to have us regard you as an object, but also to have you feel objectified too. It is a two-way process. Not only do we see you as an object, we want you to feel like an object, because then you are more likely to function in the manner which we require. Objectifying you serves a considerable purpose to us in ensuring that you provide us with what we need. You remain under our control and function accordingly. It is also useful as a means of provoking fuel from you, because you will become angry or upset at being treated this way, and have your sense of identity violated. Furthermore, it enables us to erode your self-esteem, because we all seek validation of what we are from other people. Indeed, my very existence relies on this. And therefore, if we invalidate you by treating you as an object, we remove your self-esteem, start to crush you, which further means you are less likely to escape and evade our control. The need to objectify you is crucial to our existence. We deploy various methods of bringing about this objectification. We see you as objects. We have to see you as objects, and we treat you as objects.